just said I'm sick of it.
Well, I guess y'all heard that, huh? Welcome back to my channel. As my daughter over there talking about she's sick of it. Not that anyone cares. But anyway, welcome back, my fellow crafters, and welcome back to my channel. I'm here with another project share for a Halloween extravaganza on a Facebook group. I got my little homemade journal, whatever you want to call this, but anyway, that I made. And so in here I have my swap information. It's over on Swapper's Corner. And so I said it was a Halloween extravaganza, and we had to make certain things. So we had to make a flip book and a pocket letter, and then we had like a list of maybe, I don't know, 10-12 items we had to choose for and make those items. And so I made some tags, I made AC cards, I made some memory desk cards, but not the requirement, so they're just extra. I made some wands, what else? I made greeting cards, and I got embellishments. I do got some die cuts. I didn't do any dominoes or puzzle pieces, or you can do the decorative file folder. You could have did ultra paper clips or clothespins, and we could have did a mini banner, can't even talk, or a stuffed coffee sleeve. So I'm going to show you the items that I created for my partner. And I didn't bring any of the dies or anything like that I used in these projects, but I think I might have the paper pad that I used. And again, maybe not. I believe it was this one here. Yeah, it was this one here. So this is the paper pad that I used, the Halloween basic paper pad. And I also used this one for my Halloween explosion box. And I mentioned in another video that hopefully I can get my hard drive to work, and you'll be able to see that Halloween explosion box. If not, then I guess you won't see that whole Halloween explosion box. So anyway, let me just go through this swap. So let's do the flip book first, since it's sitting here. This is my flip book, and I just put this string around it to keep it closed. And then my partner can actually use this string because it's just, you know, a little piece of thread, like rope almost, for something else if she so chooses to. And this is the front of it, and I just colored this girl up. I used her for another project last Halloween, so I just colored her up with my Spectrum Noir markers and some orange and some, I'm gonna say off black because it's not like black. Put a bow up there and some bling, and then I put a little one of those little puffy balls, a black one right there. And so for this paper, oh, here we go. So you know in these pads they have the two, and you can see it a little bit right here. So I used both of those, and one of them I cut in half so it looked like one continuous tree, like that. And then when you open it up, there's the other half of that piece of paper right there. And then I just put a little bat right there and just left that like that because I thought that was a good scene. Make sure I'm in. And so then you open it up, and this is the, I guess, the first page. And you see that I just left this page the same because I liked it, the script, and then it had that head on there. So I'm gonna flip it open again, and this is the inside of the flip book. So I'm just gonna go from left to right. So over here I just got a coffin that I cut off from a die that I had this rest in peace I stamped and cut out and put it orange. And in the coffin I have a little a skeleton sticking back in there that you can take out and of course use. So on this page right here I thought was really cute. I need to take glue that back down. So the paper of course was just the orange skeleton faces. So I had this die and it was like confetti, and I should have got it out, but I might show in a different video, where I can print cut out these little bows. And there was one was bows, one was high heel shoes, I think one was some purses, and the other one was a crown, I believe it was. So I cut out in black and orange, and so on each one of the skeletons I put a black bow. And then I cut this tree out of my silhouette, and you might have saw it in some other projects, put some googly eyes on them, and then I put orange bows and like the branches of the actual tree. So I liked that idea. Then I just cut this in out right here and put some bling on it, popped it up on some pop dots, and an orange border. So then you open it up, and on this side you can see this is a picture frame, and then inside that picture frame is the other half of this piece of paper right there, because they're got a bird and you can see the trees. And then I cut out 2 cats, and so I have one down here with the spider paper, so I have a cat sitting on the windowsill here and then one up there. And these branches that's right here in the back was from a I know that branch die that people use in like the trees in the woods, and so I cut that out of black paper. I didn't too much like how it looked, but I liked the actual branches, so I cut them off of the trees, I guess you can say, and I just stuck them on the outside to make it look like it was coming out of the windowsill. That's that one. And then over here I colored another little girl in the orange and black, put some bling in her shoes and also in her glasses, some larger ones there, and glued her to this pocket. And in the pocket is the first Rolodex card. And on here this is a witch that I had colored up, and also here where it say Happy Halloween that I popped up on pop dots and got it in the black, and put Boo up here on the top, and some owls that I cut out of some pattern paper. And then it's just a join us if you dare, so I just popped that up a little bit, and that could just be stuck straight down into a if someone is doing a Rolodex thing. So I told you that. So then over here, this is just of course the pattern paper, and this right here silhouette thing, I actually printed out of my silhouette the black house right here, and then you can see behind it I actually glue orange paper, so it looks like it's glowing a little bit. Hopefully you can see it right there. And then I just stamped that and popped it up on pop dots and put some pattern paper in orange and black, and then put the black trim around it with a trick or treat. So I flip it open. Here I have a pocket, which is another have a Wicked Halloween. This right here, spider, is actually a part of the pattern paper, and this spider web is the Martha Stewart border punch that I punched out and just glued it behind here. And in here I have some die cuts. I think that's all of it. And so in here is some more of the windows that you saw up earlier. And these are some little witches, and this right here, there you go. And I cut all these out of my silhouette. You can see this is she's maybe I get it like that. You can see it. She's passing out candy. So I have two of those, and this little kid who's getting candy. And you'll see when I do the actual flip book how these look. That's that one. And then we have some they just kind of stuck together here. So these are some stairs, staircase, and this is some cats on a chair. And like I said, I just cut all these out my silhouette. And this right here is a male and female like portrait, skeleton portrait. So there's the male and there's the female. Dang, I cannot. I know my daughter here laughing because I keep putting you on the black where you can't see it. Here you go. There go him. And that's just more of the same. Them two right there. And these just is some more of the window sills, and I think that's it. Yep. So let's get these, put them back in there. And then this is this one where I just cut out this spider web, and I think I already showed you that die from, I want to say AliExpress. And then the spiders in there. This right here, I actually colored this. The stamp, I used my Spectrum Noir Workers and colored that, and then fussy cut it out. Got a spider web behind it, and then this thing right here that I stamped out and laid across there. I believe that is it. Oh, no, that's the last one. So this right here, I just also made a pocket. I stamped this cat onto the orange piece of paper right there, so you can see him with his long little tail. And this is my second Rolodex. This is the same pattern paper as this one right here, so you'll see behind it is actually cages with birds in it. And on this one I set the owls on the cages, whereas this one I used my markers and colored them up, colored the little girl and put her on there. And then of course you see these two saying best witches, and then may your Halloween night be filled with delight. Let's stick that one in there like so. Put this one back over here. Close that one. So that's, and then that's just the back. That's the front. Sorry, this is the back. And that's just so if somebody wants to write on there, you could always put a notice you want to gift it to somebody else. And like I said, I'm going to actually tie that up with this here in a minute. Tie that back up. So then let's go to this one right here. And like I said in the other one, I had to make some wands. So let me show you. This is the first one. It's just black and white. I got the white doily, some black circle, and then behind that is a rosette with Boo stamped on it in black. Another rosette that's tissue paper. This right here is another rosette that I cut up with a border punch and put on there. And then this spider right here is actually I cut out my silhouette. And then it says tricks and treats. So that's that one, black and white. And then I have this purple one, pretty much the same, but it's in purple and white. On this one I actually have the white eyelash trim in there, and I also have the paper doily, and the same with the rosette with the trim. On this one I put a purple flower, purple bow with a purple flower. Is that black? Nope, that's a black flower. And then I just have boo, and on the top of that I have a bat. Hope you can see that. That's that one, and that's the black and white one. And then I made two smaller ones, and this is just a little one with on the straw that I cut the straw in half, and I made some two little ones. And this right here, this paper is actually what's this, cupcake paper. So I just put a black circle behind it, put the cupcake paper, this white rosette, little orange circle out the pattern paper, some bling, and then put witches on that one. And this is pretty much the same, which is a larger cupcake holder, some more of the pattern paper, the rosette, the circle on the paper, full moon, and then bat. And you can see I put two dots in there for the eyes with my white gel pen. My daughter keep laughing at me because I'll be so excited when I put that on there. I just do it now to mess with her. So I'm gonna turn this around, and I'll show you the actual little thing I made here to put this in here in a second. So in here I just made some tags out of some of the leftover pattern paper. So these are just orange pumpkins on black paper, and this is just some purple with some houses, and these are eyes on black. So this is just pattern paper that I cut out with some tags and put the strings on there. These are my ATC cards, and then you can see this is another little girl that I stamped and colored, and in this color here, put the saying on there, and it's a bat actually hanging off the side of that. On this one it says boo, got the bow with the orange spider, have two spider webs with also spiders on there. And then this is the last one. This is more of a shabby chic one. As you can see, the purple and black in the back. See the ghost up there, which is actually a sticker. And then this boo that I cut out, and you can see the bats. I stamped that in purple. That's the third one. These are my tags. I made 3 of these. This is the first one. You can see that paper, and then I put a black and white tulle mesh. I'm not sure what you call this. And then I had this stamp right here, rest in peace, and then also have another saying popped up right there. And these two right here is pretty much the same. I cut this out of the pattern paper, so you know how it used to be 2 sets in there. So so on this one I actually cut it, so there actually be like 2 halves, a little spot in the middle with the tags, and then put orange, black, and white at the top. Those are those. And then right here I have made just some embellishments, and so they're just little squares. You can't really see it on this pattern paper, but I got little dots. Let me just take one out so you can actually see the shape. And so they're all the same shape like that, and they put on pattern paper with the white that I inked around there, and they just say different sayings. Let me stick that back on there. So you can see I have here, you can see different pattern paper right here in bling. And then this is the second one. So those are those two. And so I was trying to figure out a way to house all this, don't just be rolling around in the bags. I just made this really flat envelope right here out of orange cardstock, and then this is a 12 by 12 piece of paper that I cut up so I can have the skull right here on the top, so you can see that. And then this is some more on the back. You flip it over, you got the bird down here to do this pocket, and then you had that spider right there. So it's just to house some of these so they won't be rolling all around in the package when I get ready to mail it off. So let's go over here. I have the pocket letter. This is the pocket letter that I did. This, of course, the whole thing is Halloween themed. So on the orange background, I actually embossed that with the brick pattern embossing folder. I'm not sure if you can see it in there. Of course, the light you probably can. You can see it a little bit right there, and you can see those windows again that I did on that you saw in the flipbook itself. And this is that silhouette right here. And actually, so for this house, I actually cut it in half, put one on this side and one on this side, and the same at the bottom. These are actually 2 different house forms, or 2 different houses. So because you see this one right here has a witch up there, some little stars over here, as well as this one don't. And I think this one is a little larger, it looks like. So different type houses. On here I actually put the lace on the window sills right here, and you see on here I do have a little more decorative than the ones 2 at the bottom. On here I also have that same, a different brick pattern, but it was embossed. And then this is where the lady is giving the kid the candy. Like I said, this is a silhouette file, and this is what you saw in the flip book. Over here you see the male and female, and I actually put one of those orange bows in her hair. They both have the googly eyes. And I also embossed the back of these white, where you can see the gate down here in the tree. So those were embossed, and over here just another one of those scary trees, and I just put Boo up there, and this is actually on the outside of the envelope. And then down here I have a witch, and she has a bird or something on her hat right there, and then there are those cats, and you can still see that same brick pattern in the back. So that is that. I did some 3x3 note cards with the envelopes. So in here I'm just going to show you this. It was that one, and I just backed it in white, but it's on white cardstock. I'm just going to go through those real quick. It's just leftover pattern paper, you can see. And then these are the envelopes that I did a little, and so did the envelopes black to keep with the Halloween theme. Put trick or treat on there, backed it in black, put it on orange, and then this is just happy Halloween. So it's like 3 of them, and then 2 there. So give them those. I'll put that back in a minute. And then last but not least, I have my cards. So I made 3 cards. And so this is a card, and it just says have a happy Halloween. And this is, I'm not sure if you can see it, that is it is embossed with a different embossing folder. So I have that right there. And then I got the ribbon and back on some paper. That's just it. And these are the 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 cards. And this is the second one. So right here, with the leftover paper, I made, I think 1 1/2 by 1 1/2 inch squares, and just glued them onto the black cardstock, and then put that on orange, and then of course put it onto the regular the white. Put 2 spiders on there. This is some more of that eyelash trim I put behind it, and then stamp that, and there's also one spider right here. And this is my third one. I stamped this right here. It's a close to my heart stamp, I believe it is. Put a little orange in her stockings, and you can see I used this the large. It's not stitched, but it's a different border, I guess, right there. And then I did it with the orange cardstock, where I just stretched the ends. They're going to join us if you dare again stamp that I put in there, and put orange around the edge of that. I already said the eyelash trim, and so this is another stamp, backed it on orange. I put some bling on there, and that's that one. So those are those 3, and then these are the cards that so I just put a black spider web behind it. They're gonna happy Halloween again, and may your Halloween night be filled with delight. And so all 3 of the envelopes are the same, and I just use my envelope punch board to make these envelopes so they can fit the cards, and then cut those out and put them on there. So I believe that is it, and that is my project share that I am sending to my partner. Oh, I forgot this. This right, this is just some extra goodies that I forgot sitting there. And these are just some cards that I have printed out on. It was a freebie that I printed out and just cut them out so she could probably use them for some other projects on there. This here is some cats, some black cats. These are spiders, and this is some silver and black Boo words. So I'm just gonna put it in there. And this right here is dark chocolate candy. And what's so crazy, because I put this in my, and I mentioned it, my Halloween explosion box, but it actually was not for that particular project. It was for this one. So if I ever get to show that video, then you'll see that. But I'll probably mention if I think about it as far as writing it on the actual screen itself. So you'll see. But alright, thank you for watching my video. Thank you for stopping by. I hope my partner enjoys everything and can use it. And let me get that in there. So I really had fun making this right here, just coming up with the different ideas. And it was just like, let me do this today and a project the next day. I might have made these one day, did these another day. So it was, you know, interesting. I'll be glad when Halloween over. I'm ready for Christmas. I think I got one more Halloween project after this, and then Halloween stuff is getting put up, and I'm moving on. Alrighty, so like I said, thank you for stopping by, and I will see you in the next video.